Welcome to this episode of AdaptTips from Adaptall, the international adapter and fitting experts. In this episode, we will show you how to use Adaptall's thread gauge kits, or TGKs, in order to identify threads and fittings. First, it is a good idea to watch our AdaptTips episode, How to Identify British and Metric Threaded Fittings, so you understand the underlying aspects of thread identification, especially foreign threads. So, you have a fitting or fitting assembly that you are trying to identify in your shop or in the field. If possible, it is recommended that you have both mating parts available, male and female, in order to make an accurate identification. Note if the thread is parallel or tapered. If it is tapered, your options are immediately reduced as it could only be either NPT, BSPT, or less commonly metric taper. Based on your best guess as to what the thread is, grab the relevant thread gauge and start plunging the male thread to find the closest matching port or hole. For female threads, plunge the gauge posts into the female thread for closest match. In both cases of male and female threads, the gauge should be lightly snug to indicate a match. Once a post or port has been found to be a close match, use the thread pitch area to find the closest fit for thread profile. It should be completely snug to indicate a positive match. Once the thread profile has been identified, as well as thread OD for male or thread ID for female, compare the findings to the chart on each gauge to corroborate your findings. For example, a fitting you are trying to identify most closely fits a 22 mm port with a pitch of 1.5 mm between threads. By looking at the chart, this appears to be a match for a M22 by 1.5 thread. However, if the thread OD or ID and pitch cannot be matched to each other on the chart, you likely have a different thread altogether. In that case, try the other gauge tools using the same steps above. Now that you have identified the thread, it is a good idea to confirm the seal type or sealing surface angle to further solidify your findings. Please reference the Adaptall Master Catalog's technical section for diagrams to aid in this step. Also included with the thread gauge kits are chamfer checkers to verify angled sealing surfaces, if they exist, and the closest matching thread size. Adaptall's thread gauge kits, also known as the TGK series, can identify JIC, O-ring boss, NPT, O-rings face seal, as well as foreign threads including BSPP, BSPT, JIS, HIAB, Komatsu, Kobelco, DIN metric, 60-degree metric, Chinese GB 74 and GB flat face, and more. Contact your local Adaptall distributor today for more details, including custom branding options.